Southern Mississippi's Golden Eagles entertain the Rice Owls at the Rock on Ray Guy Day. We'll take a look at all the highlights. We'll spend some time with Golden Eagle assistant head coach John Williams and visit with senior safety Jakorius Cotton. And look ahead to this week's matchup with the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee on Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken.
This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken is presented by Bancorp South, right where you are. And brought to you in part by Hattiesburg Coca-Cola. Want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. The City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, we love logistics. One Mississippi, now open for small business. And the University of Southern Mississippi. It's great to be a Golden Eagle. We'll be back with This Week in Southern Miss Football right after this.
What if you could create a bank that's just right for you? It'd have to be reliable, right? Familiar and dependable. But you'd also want big-time resources and financial tools to help you take care of the things that are important to you. You'd want a personal banker, someone who really knows you and can help you manage your assets, like offering a complete host of wealth management services. And there you go, Bancorp South. A bank that's, well, just right for you. Bancorp South, right where you are.
Hi everybody, welcome to Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. The Golden Eagles were home at the Rock on Saturday night, taking on the Rice Owls, the Conference USA opener for the Golden Eagles. We'll talk about that in a minute, but Todd, first of all, thought we had a great atmosphere there. It was Ray Guy night, had a great crowd, everybody really into the ball game, so it was a great night for football in Hattiesburg.
Sure was. Tremendous crowd, a lot of buzz, heading into the game. And I know our team was excited to get started. We just didn't, gave them the opening drive. They went down, kicked a field goal, and we had a chance to get a score and just didn't hit a wide open receiver that didn't allow us to capture the momentum early in the game.
Talk a little bit about the ball game, particularly the start of the game. It was kind of a give and take there for a while. Neither team really doing a whole lot. Then it's a 10-10 ball game, and it looks like the Golden Eagles were in pretty good shape.
Well, we were. The things that stick out was their average starting field position was the 40-yard line. That is a reflection of our kickoff cover team and a couple turnovers we gave them to give them 10 points. I think the other thing is we weren't nearly as sharp on third downs as we need to be. We gave them, on their first opening drive, we gave them a 3rd and 12. On another drive, when we'd cut it to 2016, we gave them a 3rd and 12. And so those are the times you got to get off the field, and those were the big plays in the game.
Offensively, had some good drives early in the ball game, but as you've talked about most of the year, just can't put several of those back to back.
Just can't. We had some chance for some big plays. We had one of the drives we ended up kicking a field goal on. We had a shot. The first drive we had a chance to get a big play, just didn't get those. And we had a chance to get a field goal right before half and didn't get the snap handled. So just consistency. It wasn't beyond the realm to think we could have scored 10 more points. Just making the one field goal and one more big play, and all of a sudden you're in the mid-30s and you're right in the middle of the game.
Yeah, you mentioned the mishandle of the field goal try there late in the first half or right before halftime. A chance there, you're down 20-10. You go down there and get some points, then you're going to get the second half kickoff. So a chance right there to put yourself back in the ball game.
Sure, and momentum's a powerful thing. You know, you're going into halftime, okay, we got it all the way down there, kick the field goal. Instead, you go into halftime on a downer. You're going to make it a one-score game, and those are the things that we've got to get. As we mature and keep getting better, we'll handle those things better.
But despite that, you're the first team to score in the second half, so you make it a 20-16 ball game, and right then it's anybody's ball game.
It is, and again, another one of those things where it's like, okay, we score, but we don't make the extra point. So even though you get the excitement of, okay, here we go, and then we get the disappointment of the missed extra point. Okay, then we have them 3rd down and 12, and then we let them out of it. And so just trying to build off that when the emotion's in your favor, how do you just keep it rolling?
George Payne got the bulk of the rushing attempts on Saturday night, and he had some good runs, some good hard downhill runs through their defense. But again, couldn't just get that consistency going with the running game you'd like to have.
No, we couldn't, and we're going to need George this week. George fits this as a real physical team. We're going to play this week, but George has gotten healthier each week. He's really doing a lot of good things. Ito just coming back, and Tez was a little sick last week, so we're going to have to give them a big dose of George this week.
Well, it was Southern Miss and the Rice House Saturday night at the Rock. Let's go back and take a look at all the highlights.
Snap taken, handoff Davis, caught by McCullum, and he's dropped for a loss inside the 20, back of the 18. Nobody laid a hand on Daz McCullum, and he gets the tackle for a 4-yard loss. Jackson takes the snap, back pedals to throw, looking, tries to throw the screen, but the Eagles are there, and Rakeem Nunez-Roches made the tackle for the Golden Eagles for a loss back at the 14-yard line. Jackson ready, takes the snap, looking to throw, looks right, throws right on a slant. That one intercepted by the Golden Eagles, picked off by Picasso Nelson down the left sidelines with blockers in front of him. Finally brought down at the 44-yard line. Picasso, who picked one off last week. Nelson gets the interception and brings it back to the Rice 43-yard line. It'll be a 52-yard try. Snap back and down. Acosta's kick on the way. That looks long enough, and it is going to be good. Acosta with a career-long 52-yard field goal. Take the snap, and a broken play, and Bertucci going to get the tackle back inside the 45 at the 42. Mullins left hash, takes the snap, play action fake, looks to throw, Nick looking, fires down the field, wide open. Caught there by Triplett, and Tripp is down to the Rice 40-yard line. And a play action fake, Mullins throws to a wide open Mike Thomas, touchdown Southern Miss. Now Rice went for all the action in the backfield. Somebody forgot about Mike Thomas, and all Nick Mullins had to do is lay it out there, and that's an easy touchdown. Mullins 3 down linemen for Rice. Mullins looks to throw, fires a strike over the middle, and that's going to be caught going down at the 41 by Ricard. Mullins shotgun, takes the snap, steps up, fires over the middle. That's caught by Mike Thomas. Thomas down to near the 32, and he is stopped there by Rice. And may not have gotten that one off. Well, no, they didn't get called for the delay of game, and Jackson going to be sacked. Back near midfield by Daz McCullum.
Holding, offense, number 75. That penalty is declined.
Nick takes the snap, left side pass to Foster, gets a block at the 15, spins out towards the 19, fights up to the 20, fights across the 20, and finally goes down. Work out of the shotgun and going to leave it with the running back Davis, who tries to sweep left, and oh boy, Emmanuel Johnson took him off his feet with a lot of authority back about the 21-yard line, a 4-yard loss. He'll send Ito Smith in motion out of the backfield. Mullins to throw over the middle, caught by Martin. He's got a first down across the Rice 45. Wingman Davis to the right side. Mullins takes the snap, back pedals to throw, going to throw the home run down the field. That one's going to be, is it caught? It is by Cox. and he's down just shy of the goal line. James Cox went up in the crowd and made the catch down at the 1-yard line. Mullins out of the shotgun, Payne right behind him. Handoff, Payne diving to the end zone. Did he get in? He did! Touchdown, Southern Miss. George Payne. So the Eagles hit the big pass play to Cox, and then Payne finishes off with a 1-yard touchdown run. On third down, Mullins looking to throw, fires to the sidelines, caught out there by the Golden Eagles. There's a first down and more as Eagles get it into the hands of George Payne. Now Mullins takes his step, looks left, throws over the end zone, caught for a touchdown. James Cox has got it. He came from the left side. Mullins threw a bullet right in his belly. Cox made the catch. Touchdown, Southern Miss. And the ball game is over. And the Rice Owls have come to Hattiesburg and won tonight by a final score of 41-23.
Gutterman Group is a go.
Yes! Not just a startup, an upstart.
Gotta get going. Gotta be good.
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 Growth is the goal. How do we do that?
I talked to UPS. They'll help us out. New technology, smart advice. We focus on the business and they take care of the logistics.
UPS.
Good going.
We get good. That's great.
Great. Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
I love logistics.
One Mississippi, your health insurance marketplace, is open for small business. I'm Mississippi's Insurance Commissioner Mike Cheney, and I'm proud to say that One Mississippi is a one-stop shop where small business owners with 50 or fewer full-time employees can shop, compare, and choose from several flexible and affordable health insurance options. Enroll online at onemississippi.com or through an insurance agent. One Mississippi, now open for small business.
From the very beginning, your life is made up of a series of moments. Each moment requires you to make a choice. Sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. But for the moments that you do, the big moments, what will you choose? Choose to discover your own path, to defy expectations, to be challenged. Choose to ask, what if? To make a difference. Choose to give back. Choose to do something that matters and make every moment count. Choose Southern Miss.
You know, I think there's a few reasons why I chose to come to Southern Miss. You know, the first being, you know, the tradition. You know, when you think Southern Miss, you just think winning football. A lot of tradition here over the last, 80 years, top 20 program in wins. You know, that's obviously attractive to be able to be a part of something so big. And the other thing, that is equally as important is, when Coach Monken and I, came to know each other, he sold me on his vision and he sold me on his plan. And, I'm grateful just to be able to be, a small part of that plan. My title is the Assistant Head Coach and Director of Player Personnel. And basically that entails a lot of things. I'm counted as one of the 9 on-the-field coaches. And we're able to do that because our head coach is a position coach. So it's a unique situation. I believe that we're the only one in the country that configures the staff that way. But basically the biggest role that I play is in recruiting. The Director of Player Personnel is basically responsible for making sure that the roster is equitable, that it's it's even, and it's not heavy on one class or the other. In addition to that, making sure that we have what we need in terms of positional players. So I coordinate our recruiting efforts, and I don't just do it from home. I'm able to go out on the road as well, which it's a unique position. When I am home, I am allowed to be on the field and assist where needed. And it's like I said, it's kind of a unique position. if a coach is heaven forbid, were to have an illness, then I can fill in there on the field. So it's just kind of a fill-in guy. I also help Coach Wozniak, who's a coordinator of our special teams, and I assist him where needed. So it's a unique position. There are certain things that I miss about being on the field 100%, but I've been doing this 18 years, and I've always been attracted to the administrative side of being a head coach, and specifically the recruiting part of the job. That's been my passion for years, and this job is just custom fit for me in that it allows me to do the things that I love the most.
What if you could create a bank that's just right for you? It'd have to be reliable, right? Familiar and dependable. But you'd also want big-time resources and financial tools to help you take care of the things that are important to you. You'd want a personal banker, someone who really knows you and can help you manage your assets, like offering a complete host of wealth management services. And there you go, Bancorp South. A bank that's, well, just right for you. Bancorp South, right where you are.
Look at that. Brett Favre. Justin Verlander. Mean Joe Green. Teresa Weatherspoon. T.Y. Hilton. Randy Moss. All players from Conference USA schools. The question is, who is the next Favre? Who's the next Verlander? The next Moss? We're about to find out.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. Well, time to meet our Senior of the Week, and it's Golden Eagles safety Jakorius Cotton out of LaGrange, Georgia. And Todd, this is a young man who sat out last year for some academic reasons, but he's come back really off to a good start this year. And it gives you, as we talked about, I think last week, you got an Emmanuel Johnson and a Jakorius Cotton back there at the safety spots with a lot of experience.
No question. We missed Jakorius last year, not only his play, but his energy and his leadership. And I think he learned a valuable lesson in the offseason last year, took some things for granted, really came back, has done great academically, and is on pace to graduate. And having both those guys back, they're older players that have played a lot. You've got to be strong up the middle, and that's one place we are.
Jakorius is your strong safety. He's a guy that, he's great against the run. He can cover the pass, and he plays with a lot of physicality. He's really out there playing with a lot of passion.
He does, and he loves to play the game. And one thing about it, he's going somewhere fast. I think over the years, he's really developed into understanding what offense they're trying to do, and when he sees it, he pulls the trigger.
Well, it's Jakorius Cotton, our guest this week on the show. He's the senior strong safety out of LaGrange, Georgia. Had a lot of fun sitting down and visiting with him, so let's meet up close and personal Jakorius Cotton.
See if the Eagles come after Gibbs. Ragsdale in motion. They swing it underneath, and nothing doing. Eagles are right there. Jakorius Cotton made the tackle.
When I got here, I had to prove myself to other guys that I'm smart enough to play with them, and I'm also physical enough to come straight from high school and be able to compete with collegiate athletes at the time. And I think I was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was able to move second screen when I first got here as a freshman, And my sophomore year, I was able to start and have a pretty good season. What I like about the game of football is, the competition. I love competition. I like when guys tell me I can't beat them or something, and I go out there and prove them wrong. The X's and O's of the game. I love the game of football. I want to be a coach one day and show the people that I can be a coach and be a successful coach at that.
And it was intended for McKenzie, but Jakorius Cotton was there.
I try to translate to the young guys that play with confidence. You know what you can do. You were brought here for a reason. Play with confidence and just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the week, you know what you need to do. You go through film and practice, so you feel comfortable with what you know and go out there and make a play. I try to take care of the young guys under my wing. When I have free time throughout the day, I bring them in, have them watch film with me, and I know how it is as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know anybody. You're not really comfortable with speaking out. You know what I'm saying? But I tell them, have confidence in yourself and speak up when time is needed. The potential of the defense can be real good. We just got to clean up a couple mistakes here and there. The communication is getting good each and every week. We're out there to have fun. Here at Southern Miss, I want to be, like I said, I want to be a coach one day. I love to be a coach on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? I like getting after the offense and making them work hard for each and every yard they try to get.
Got him in group as a go.
Yes! Not just a startup, an upstart.
Got to get going. Got to be good.
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 Growth is the goal. How do we do that?
I talked to UPS. They'll help us out. New technology, smart advice. We focus on the business and they take care of the logistics.
UPS.
Good going.
We get good. That's great.
Great. Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
Great.
I love logistics.
One Mississippi, your health insurance marketplace, is open for small business. I'm Mississippi's Insurance Commissioner Mike Cheney, and I'm proud to say that One Mississippi is a one-stop shop where small business owners with 50 or fewer full-time employees can shop, compare, and choose from several flexible and affordable health insurance options. Enroll online at onemississippi.com or through an insurance agent. One Mississippi, now open for small business.
From the very beginning, your life is made up of a series of moments. Each moment requires you to make a choice. Sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. But for the moments that you do, the big moments, what will you choose? Choose to discover your own path, to defy expectations, to be challenged. Choose to ask, what if? To make a difference. Choose to give back. Choose to do something that matters and make every moment count. Choose Southern Miss.
Look at that. Brett Favre. Justin Verlander. Graham McDowell. Karl Malone. Randy Moss. All players from Conference USA schools. The question is, who is the next Favre? Who's the next Verlander? The next Moss? We're about to find out.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bank Corp South. Todd, earlier in the show, we visited a little bit with John Williams, who's your assistant head coach and is kind of over the player personnel, recruiting a lot of different things. Talk about how he wound up here at Southern Miss.
Well, we lost Steve Buckley, and I was looking for somebody that had a connection within the state, potentially in the junior college ranks. And I was impressed over the year that I would go up to Itawamba Community College and how organized he was, and how open he was and how fair he was. That was the biggest thing that I liked. I thought also a guy that had been a head coach that can add something to that in terms of questions that I have or how we do things better. So he was a natural fit, and he's done a great job.
I think if I'm right, because you coach a position, that also allows him to sort of do both jobs. He can do a little coaching on the field, but it's also available to go out and recruit and do things like that.
Sure. I think in the fall you're trying to get out and recruit. It's hard while you're trying to win games. So I coach the outside receivers, so John can help his special teams, but at no time is he bound to be here. Okay, he's going to be out recruiting, especially the junior colleges, and watch practice. So that's an advantage for us in recruiting.
You and I were talking earlier in the show. It was a Ray Guy Day on Saturday against the Rice Owls, and Ray came and spoke to the football team last Thursday. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was awesome. It was. I think the guys really were fired up to see Ray, and Ray mentioned that he had never. Since he stopped playing, never had a chance to visit with one of the teams here at Southern Miss. You could really feel his passion, his energy for Southern Miss, how he bleeds black and gold, and all he wants is for our football team and future football teams to wear that black and gold and play with pride, and it was awesome.
And for the first time since November of 1972, somebody wore his number 44, and it was Nick Mullins. And I know Nick really enjoyed that. He was kind of excited about it.
He was very excited, and I think Nick is one of those guys that embodies what Ray Guy was about. I think Ray should be proud that we had the right guy wearing that. I know Nick was.
All right, Middle Tennessee on Saturday morning over in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Their ball club's off to a 2-0 conference start. Conference play, they won a triple overtime game against Western Kentucky, and then went up to Old Dominion and won last Friday night. So they're off to a pretty good start.
They are. They do a good job. They've got a number of guys returning. They do a good job on both sides of the ball. They're certainly capable of scoring, and their defense is very physical. So again, a tough challenge for us this week, but one we're really looking forward to.
They're a team too that I think kind of plays the way a Southern Miss team likes to play. I mean, get after you on defense, but they spread it around and make things happen in the special teams as well.
No doubt, and they're physical on defense. They spread it out. They've got an athletic quarterback, so we'll see another athletic quarterback for the 6th week in a row. And they play to his strengths. They get it out of his hands quickly, run, play action, and throw a bunch of screens on the perimeter.
What do you think of the keys in that ball game? What's the biggest challenge maybe they present to the Golden Eagles?
Again, we've got to make them go the distance. So when they score a lot, it's because they hit explosive plays. Making them earn it, play after play after play, and at times they've bogged down when you force them to do that. The other thing is we've got to continue to keep getting better at finishing drives and hitting explosive plays.
All right, well, we'll see you up there Saturday, and we'll see you back here next week.
You bet, John.
All right, Coach Todd Monken of the Golden Eagles up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's an 11 a.m. Kickoff on Saturday morning, Southern Miss and the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee. Don't forget, we're at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Hattiesburg on Thursday night for the Golden Eagle Hotline. Come on by, visit with us, and talk a little Golden Eagle football. That'll do it. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time. Another inside look into Southern Miss football.
This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken has been presented by Bancorp South, right where you are. And brought to you in part by Hattiesburg Coca-Cola. Want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. The City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, we love logistics. One Mississippi, now open for small business. And the University of Southern Mississippi. It's great to be a Golden Eagle. This has been a presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports.